Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Petra, again. In today's video, I'll be continuing chapter 1 of vital organs. If you haven't watched my previous videos, please go back and watch it so that we can learn these videos together. If you haven't watched those videos, you won't understand what I'm talking about in this video. So, as always, the goal of my videos is to help kids pursue their dreams in becoming in the medical fields such as doctors, nurses, physiotherapists, or pathologists. Now, let's get started. In today's video, I'll be talking about the cerebrum. The cerebrum is one of the biggest part of the brain, and it helps you think, remember, control movements, feel emotions, and have pain. So the cerebrum has 4 parts, and these parts are called lobes. The first one is called frontal lobe. The frontal lobe is located over here, and the frontal lobe helps us it helps us plan, think, and control emotions. For example, when you raise your hand in class or you're planning a game to play. The second one is called parental lobe. The parental lobe is located at the top of your head, and it helps you feel touch, temperature, and pain. For example, when you are touching something hot or cold, or you feel pain in your body. And the third one is called temporal lobe. The temporal lobe is located at the sides, and it helps you remember stuff and hear things. For example, as I'm speaking, I'm using my temporal lobe. And then the fourth one is called occipital lobe and is located at the back, and it helps you see. For example, when you're reading a book or watching TV. Could you imagine, since the occipital lobe, it helps you see things, so that means it works with the eyes. Could you imagine the eyes are at the front, and it also helps the occipital lobe, which is at the back? Isn't that crazy? Now, let's talk about an important part of the brain, which is communication, which we use for our daily lives. So, there are 3 parts that helps us with communication. The first one is called Broca's area. Broca's area helps us speak and form words. For example, as I am talking, I am using Broca's area. The second one is called Wernicke's area. Wernicke's area helps us understand languages. So as you are watching me talk, you're understanding me because of the Wernicke's area. And then the third one, which is called auditory area, it helps us hear. That's why they use auditory. So, as you guys have realized, for every video I make, I talk about the diseases and conditions of that part. So for this video, I'll be talking about a condition called stroke. Stroke is when there are 2 parts of stroke, by the way, 2 very important parts of stroke that everyone should know and understand. So these 2 types of stroke, the first one is when the blood is in the blood vessel and it's trying to go through the brain and deliver oxygen and nutrients, but it can't, it's struggling because there is a clog. So in the other side of the clog, this is where the brain is. The part is needing oxygen and nutrients, but since it's not getting it, it's slowly dying. That is one type of stroke. There's another type of stroke when the blood is going through this, going to the brain, and the clot is there, and the blood is trying to push, and then it ends up damaging the blood vessel and it bursts, and then the brain is flooded with the blood. This is the worst type of stroke, and and is the worst thing that could happen. So if you have made to the end of this video, I thank you. Please like, comment, and share these videos to people who are also interested in the human body. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.